Good morning, Vietnam!
Rise and shine. It's butt whipping time.
Any triple in the series? Yes. No. I almost want to bet no triple plus
Dude,
125.
That's a good. I would bet that. That's a good bet.
I am going to bet that for sure, 100%.
Because how often does a triple happen? And two,
That's
most of the time it's just someone taking a base on a throw.
This is my favorite bet in the entire World Series.
I do like that.
No triples in the World Series plus 125. That's my favorite bet in the entire World Series.
A few moments later.
Think about three as Verdugo can't play it cleanly. Freeman's into third. A base hit turns into three. Yeah! Who's retarded now? Yeah!
Did that go the way you thought it was going to go? Nope.
Never going to financially recover from that.
How impressive is that to you?
Really impressive.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. So, just you go ahead on your soliloquy, but I just don't agree with that.
Hello? You play to win the game.
Oh, hell, Ricky, I was high when I said that.
Look, you got to shut the fuck up. That plays.
I'm not going to, so quit asking.
Second place of all of college football. You need to think of it that way. You need to think of it that way.
Game on! Game on! Game on!
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Game On, another episode of Pump the Brakes. I am your host, Cricket, from sportspicks.locals.com, and joining me, as always, my co-host, Heavy Steps. How we doing today, sir?
We're doing good. I mean, that triple just never gets old. That whole clip there, that man. We're gonna we got to wait probably a full year until we can kind of move on from that. So that's gonna be sticking around for a while. But I did hear that he was getting injections in his ankle or whatever he had injured, like every 25 minutes during game one.
PEDs, man.
Right?
Able to leg out that triple like that, just get us killed right off the roof. You're right, man. They never will get old. Never will get old. What's up, B. McCormick? Already sliding in here. He said, "Oh, boys, the money line card for NFL is ready, and it's a good one." Okay, man, maybe some dogs this week. So, how'd you do betting this weekend, man?
I had a down week. Wasn't too bad, but I've been having some good weeks back to back to back. So, inevitably it was going to come at some point. So good that it wasn't a horrible week, but hey, we're 2 days from now. We got NFL week 11, right? Or is this week 12?
It's week 12, I believe. 12. Now. No, maybe it is week 11. I don't know, man. It all runs together.
It's going by so fast, dude.
I think it is. It'll be NFL week 11. I think Will said all morning this morning it was NFL week 11. I think NFL week 11 is coming up because week 12 of college football is coming up. So college football always a week ahead.
Damn Panthers. Can you believe that? Giants.
I can just because.
Right?
That's the freaking NFL for you, man. I can't kind of believe that shit. That's so ridiculous.
Bucks almost pulled it off.
They did, man. I love Baker, dude. Did you see that play on fourth down where he's like putting the Heisman on Nick Bosa and stuff? And just that guy, I love Baker, bro. And Baker, we trust.
Pittsburgh getting a victory.
Yeah, bro. Good win there. What'd you think? Did you see any of that game?
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it. I was shocked that the Bills, they routed.
Man, I can't figure them damn Bills out, bro.
Right? They're really good.
My head in, dude. They are really good. They got a big one this weekend, too. Did you see the end of the Commanders-Steelers game?
I saw when the Steelers took the lead.
Did you see when on that fourth down, mind you, before this play, the Commanders were 11 for 11 on fourth down this season. I did not realize.
Jesus.
And it should have been 12 for 12, man. There was a pass to Zach Ertz that was right at the line, and he was on his knee when he caught it, and he turned around with the ball. And when he turns, man, and when he finally gets touched, which would make him down, that ball is over the line. It should have been on the 41-yard line. They put it on the 42 and said he was a yard short because that was fourth down. I'm sorry, man. I think they missed another one right there, but that one gets hidden in the 1 o'clock games and gets hidden in all the chaos. You don't see that stuff. Nobody's talking about it. But I watched that one. And that's probably the only 10 minutes of football I watched on Sunday. I was like, I can't do this shit today, man.
Really?
Yeah. I just turned the damn thing on. And I'm already watching the refs blow a call that decides the game. I was like, no, I can't do this.
You only get so many weeks of NFL out of the year, dude. You can't pass up a week of NFL.
Nah, bro. I didn't hardly watch any of it this weekend. I did not. I laid in there, man. I slept through my alarm and I rested well. woke up, went and did some grocery shopping, all that. Stopped by Buku's for a minute, but yeah, I probably watched 10, maybe 15 minutes of NFL football on Sunday.
How was your college football Saturday?
No, that's always. See, that's the thing, man, is that I'm like there from noon until midnight watching college football on Saturdays. So by the time I get to damn Sunday, I'm already worn out, bro.
Oh, you're crazy. You're crazy. It can't come going quick enough. I have to wait till 1 o'clock.
Nah, bro. I'm just kidding. Most of the time, I'm right there glued into the NFL too. I'll tell you what, I get more naps in the NFL. Me and
Listen,
Wolf
that afternoon game, there's always a little nap. You wake up, dinner time, Sunday night football.
Well, if it was like college football, like I said, I don't feel like I would ever get my money out of NFL Sunday ticket, like to pay the price for it and stuff. I don't feel like I'd ever get my money out of it, man. I really don't. But to have to watch the games that they put on regular TV, like down here, we're always going to get the damn Titans and we're always going to get the Falcons. And most of the time, those games are damn terrible.
Or when the Titans are playing, they black out the other channel, so you have no choice but to watch that game.
Yeah, unless it's Falcons, then they'll put the Falcons on at the same time with them, because you do have a lot of Atlanta fans here too from the pre-Titans era, yada yada yada. But I'm just saying, it's usually terrible football. One of my favorite weeks of the year is when like the Titans play the Falcons, and you know that they're not going to suck up that other game. You're at least going to get a good game on the other side.
Yeah.
So
I watch Red Zone. You just get
dude. Red Zone's the way to do it.
It's easy.
That's the way to do it.
Yep.
So, but anyway, no, I did watch a lot of that one last night. I watched pretty much the whole first half and pretty much all the third quarter. I didn't really watch much of the fourth quarter. I was probably kind of a terrible game last night, man.
Yeah, I kind of got into my phone in the second half. But B McCormick's in the chat. B McCormick, man, this guy has so much energy. Cricket. I don't know if he sleeps. I do not know.
I don't know either, bro. I don't know when he does. He always bring the energy in here. We love that though, man. We love that.
Right. That's right,
bro. We got college football playoff rankings tonight. We can look at some hockey. We can look at some NBA. You got anything you taking this evening, man?
Yeah, dude. We got two blue blood matchups tonight in college.
We
basketball.
do in college basketball. Yeah, absolutely, we do. Well, we got Kentucky and Duke, and then Michigan State and Kansas.
I like the home favorite Duke, and then I like Kansas on the road.
Taking both the favorites, huh?
Yeah, it's early.
It is early, man. It is early. Let's go and look at that real quick. Because actually, holy shit, is that starting?
It's probably going to start 30.
Yeah. I guess we need to talk about this then, man.
I'm excited for college basketball, even though I suck at betting it. I still enjoy the fast pace, the threes, the atmosphere.
I love college basketball. NBA drives me absolutely nuts.
I love the small, like the mid-major schools. Like, dude, who is it's out west. They have like purple is their color.
What are we talking about?
They have a small gym, but it's like brand new, and their fans are like off the wall crazy.
Grand Canyon.
That's it. Yes.
I love the Lopes, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Me and Buku are big Grand Canyon Lopes fans.
Yeah. There's a lot of mid-majors out there that are like that have like these crazy atmospheres.
I'm a big Tarleton State fan too.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I've seen clips of their games, but never watched a game.
I just felt like when we were doing Smoke the Spread, we were probably the foremost source for Tarleton State. Man, we talked about that. We talked about that team at least 3 times a week.
Really?
I finally realized I was like, we're talking about Tarleton State way too much, y'all.
It sounds like my college football pick.
It does, bro. We were digging in the weeds for those. What up, Derp? How you doing, man? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you.
All right. B McCormick says he has a college basketball card for us. So, okay, B McCormick, lay it on us. I did see a few. We got a few NHL games, a few NBA games. So
we can
kind
skip
of all over the board.
Oh man, y'all got Jai-Alai getting rolling right now. If y'all want to get over there and check some of that out, you can go bet that stuff over on DraftKings and go there and check them out, man, on their FUBO, ESPN3, and their YouTube channel, man. That's good stuff. I'm telling you, that Jai-Alai is exciting, bro. Yeah, college basketball. So you like Michigan State tonight, or excuse me, you like Kansas? I think I'm gonna take Sparty, man.
Yeah, I mean you can.
Nah, okay. I don't know. It's gone up. I feel like it's gone up. I think it was 5.5 this morning. Kind of scares me a little bit. Kansas did just play that game on Saturday with North Carolina.
Yep, pulled out a victory.
They didn't cover them.
No, but guess what? They're the number 1 team in the nation. So I think Michigan State's unranked as well. They're capable of covering for sure. Michigan State's no slouch, but Kansas is number 1 team.
Are they playing these games? Are they playing them is this at Kansas and at Duke? Or they
I
play
know.
these
I'm
pretty
pretty
weird,
sure
like,
Duke is at Duke,
a lot of times you got to check those because a lot of times it'll be like in Vegas or something.
or like a outdoor Air Force boat carrier or whatever.
Yeah, it's some crazy shit, man. Yeah, they'll be playing like a hockey game outside or something. No, Duke and Kentucky is in Atlanta, Georgia.
Dang, I should have
They're
won.
they're both in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh,
They're actually at the same place.
I should have went to this.
Yeah, bro. They're literally right down the road from you. Are you kidding me? Yeah,
Well,
but both those games, same building tonight. So I guess maybe do the winners get to play each other after this?
Wonder who gets to play first and like how they decided that. My dogs are going crazy if you hear them.
Oh, I hear them, bro. These things happen. You wonder what now?
How they determine like who's the home team, away team. Is this like a tournament or just like 2 games?
It may just be one game. They may not even be playing the winners. They may just be playing each other, and they're all in the same place, and they bring the fans, and it's going to be a festival and all those things. But I don't know. Maybe they get to play the winner. Winners play each other, and losers play each other. That'd be cool. I always love those because then you get like 4 really good basketball games.
Ain't that the truth? We got dogs barking in the background. Most professional, on-time, non-clickbait sports show on the internet.
That's right, bro. That's right. Wolf was in here with me for Creek's Corner yesterday, and his little beagle was going off a couple different times too. I thought I was hearing shit. Derp heard it. And I was like,
I got a big dog and a little dog. I got a
I heard that, man. Yeah, I heard some bass in that one's voice.
Weimaraner and a miniature dachshund, little wiener dog.
Okay, those could be farther on the other end of the spectrums, man.
Hey, they're cool dogs. Both of them are cool.
I love that. Love that.
Derp says it's just one game. It's not like a little. It's like just a showcase, I guess. Yeah,
one game. Okay, that's cool though. Still love seeing these big time matchups. College basketball's done really well with that the last decade or so. They're giving us some big time matchups early on.
I mean, outside of those games, I don't think you would be watching anything else unless you want some late night. But I would assume the second matchup starts at like 9. So I think those 2 games would probably cover you for college basketball.
Yeah, I would say it'd probably have to be 9, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Give them 30 minutes there to warm up. Where's that? There it is. Yep, 9 p.m. Kentucky plus 5.5. They'll all travel. I mean, Michigan State fans travel well anyway. Buku's a big Michigan State fan. The Kansas fan, national brand, Kentucky. It's going to be littered with all these fans tonight. So there's not really going to be any kind of home court advantage.
Well, Kentucky. They call it Catlanta down here for a reason.
Oh, do they? Is that Kentucky? Yeah. There are a bunch of Kentucky fans down there.
Yeah.
God, Kentucky basketball fans are obnoxious, bro.
Well, it's because the SEC championship for basketball is always played in Atlanta. So they would always win it. So they would always they take the city over, and it would for the weekend of the SEC championship for basketball. They always call it Catlanta because
they don't always win it. They did back in the day. They don't always win it.
This was more so when like John Wall, like that group.
I'll give you that. Now they did win it every year back then.
Catlanta.
John Wall was a stud.
Kentucky will travel well to the and Duke's not too far.
That's what I'm saying. They're all going to try. They're all national brands, man.
Michigan State's come a long way.
Yeah, a long way. But there are a lot of Sparty fans out there. A lot of Izzo fans, man.
Yeah, when I went to the Georgia Tech Notre Dame game here, it was all Notre Dame fans. There was no Georgia Tech fans at the game.
Well, yeah, makes sense, really. Notre Dame's one of those national brands too, man.
And it's easy to travel to and from Atlanta.
Yeah,
as far as the airport goes and stuff like that. A lot of hubs and flights are cheap.
Hell, if you got to drive too, it's just straight shot, really.
Yeah, especially if you live in the South, whether you live in Florida or you Tennessee or Alabama, it's not too far away.
Hop on 75, man.
Yep.
So you're going with Duke. You're going with both favorites tonight, man.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna mess with this early on. Your college basketball get me in trouble.
I like to play the favorites early on in big matchups.
Has that been successful for you in the past? I've always wondered about that. Really, I try to monitor it, try to pay attention to it, but I feel like
that's about all I get right. And then after we get a couple weeks in, it's too hard for me. It's too hard.
Will said, "Are there any Georgia Tech fans in general?"
Yeah, they beat Miami. They beat Cam Ward last week.
Absolutely, they did, man. We're gonna talk about all that here in just a little bit. I do want to break some of that down. We did want to look at those games for y'all. Well, Steps is on Kansas, and he's on Duke this evening, man. I don't have an opinion for y'all on those. It's too early in the college basketball season for me to really have an opinion on that just yet. Let's look at some of this stuff before we get into college football. See, you got anything you like on the ice tonight, man?
I was looking. I kind of like the Maple Leafs, but I see a lot of there was on Action. There was their free like preview or whatever, and I was looking at their signals. There's 11 sharp signals on Ottawa, so looks like Ottawa is like the sharp play. But I was leaning towards the Leafs or maybe the under in that game. But it is a flat 6, and I don't know if we like taking flat numbers. Do we?
I don't like messing with the 6. It's sure shit gonna be a 4-2 final one way or the other.
Yeah. The other one I was looking at was Calgary.
Calgary's been playing good early on, dude.
They I was considering playing the +1.5, but I didn't think I'm not.
Canucks have also been playing good early on.
I feel like puck line you want to play the minus, not the plus.
I don't ever bet the +1.5. I don't bet +1.5 in anything.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lay juice for something that like I'd much rather before I play the +1.5, I'm gonna flip it around and alt it. Like talk about your Senators like +1.5. Like I'm gonna flip that around and go the alt puck line. Because you'd be surprised at how often, because then you feel like shit when it's +1.5 and they win by 2 goals.
I know. I was just looking at their numbers and they cover that. They lose. They typically when they lose, they just lose by 1 goal.
Who's that? Toronto?
No, Calgary.
Calgary. Okay, I got you.
Or they win. They just cover it outright.
And be careful with that too. I mean, it's small sample size early on, but
what do you think about the money line in that one in Ottawa and Toronto?
What's it? Did you look at it this morning? Did you see what it did this morning?
I just know it had 11. It moved 11 times.
It's probably moved down. I think the play's probably Ottawa in that, man. I think you probably bet that's what I would. And also the Maple Leafs have bit me a couple times earlier this year, so that's another reason I'm not really looking at this game much because I feel like either way I pick on this team, I'm going to be wrong. But yeah, no, I think the play in that one, based on the line movement, I mean, I don't think it opened as Ottawa as a favorite, but with them move it like +102, it's obviously moved down some. It may move to even money before it's all said and done.
It opened at -184 Toronto.
Yeah, see, yeah, that's definitely the play is Ottawa. Yeah, the +102 right there, and then bet your full unit on the +102, and then turn around and bet the alt puck line for you can do a half unit on that. I mean, it's +235.
So you going to bet Ottawa?
Yeah, now I am.
Okay.
Because I didn't know it opened that high. I mean, there's something going on. Maybe somebody's out or something like that. But yeah, I'm definitely going to bet that now. I need to put both of those in there because you got the +102. I'd bet I'm going to go full unit on the +102 on the money line for Ottawa. They've been playing well early too. And then I'm going to take the alt puck line -1.5, the half unit.
What am I going to bet?
What are you going to bet?
Yeah.
You tell me.
Ottawa
you're
+107.
Gonna, I was going to say, you're probably going to bet half unit on the money line or something.
There we go. All right.
There we go. Got it.
Look at that. We just put a little hockey play together there, guys.
We put one together there. There you go, man. Ottawa Senators tonight, man, on the money line and I'm on the alt puck line as well.
18 minutes in, we gave you 2 college basketball winners and a hockey play.
Absolutely. You got any more of them opening lines where some of these lines open at? See if we can find any more of those. I want to know what this New Jersey Devils Florida Panthers line opened at.
All right, give me a second here.
I still can't believe I didn't bet the Hurricanes last night. Yeah, man. You talked about that this morning. The Vegas Golden Knights were undefeated at home.
Which game did you say? New Jersey?
Yep, New Jersey and Florida. I don't know what that one opened at.
All right. That opened at -152, Florida.
Ooh, that one's going way down too.
Yep.
Here's your fun one. Here's your fun one. Go Devils, Senators, money line parlay +314.
We should take the Devils, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
All right, let's do that.
I'm doing it. You got Devils. I'm gonna take both on the alt puck line too. You can get a little parlay, Senators, Devils, money line parlay at +314 right now.
My dogs.
Man, they're having a blast in there, bro. Love it. Somebody's home or something.
It's they're cutting grass outside.
Oh, bro, still cutting grass, man. I think I'm about done with mine for the year. Let's say, you want to go a little double? Here you go. You want to go Senators, Devils, alt puck line parlay +1055. That is solid, bro. I'm gonna bet all this. So that's what I'm on this season. On Puck Around and Find Out. I'm going to take the Senators on the money line for a full unit. I'm going to take the Devils on the money line for a full unit, both of those. And then I'm going to take both of them on the alt puck line for a half unit there. So we'll have 3 units invested. You on board, Steps? You're muted. You're muted down there, sir.
Yeah, I'm locking in that. It was the Devils, right? That was the second hockey play.
C.
All right. There we go.
Bro,
there we go.
Have you heard any of have you seen on Twitter any of the Vamos Falls
Nope.
clips that I've shared?
Oh, yeah.
Our guy Carlos, he works at SEC Network and stuff like that. That guy is freaking awesome, bro. If y'all haven't got to see some of the Vamos Falls, his Espanola version of the Tennessee ball calls, man, they are second to none. I love those. They get me so hot, bro. They got I shared one the other day, man. They've got an Espanola version of Rocky Top.
Really? Like singing it?
Yes, it's awesome, dude. Showing highlights. I love it. It gets me amped. It immediately went on the game day playlist.
Dang.
That's right. We got a little Maction tonight. You got anything you liking out here on this nonsense?
Nah.
I'll tell you one I do kind of like, bro.
What?
Ball State.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at that, but there's 2 guys that I'd like to kind of follow and read and kind of see where they're at, and both of them are on opposite sides of this one.
Ooh, and you respect both of them?
Respect both of them.
So
one's Stuckey from Action, and the other one is Colin Matthews from Action.
Okay. Well, we don't like. Well, if they're on opposite sides, we're flipping a coin. Then we respect both of them. We're flipping a coin. We won't mess with it. I don't mess with this shit anyway. I ain't going to. I think this Bowling Green lines came down.
This is against the rules for you, dude.
It is against the rules. I wanted to look at it because this is usually the games you want to talk about. If all these games were played on Saturday, you'd want to talk about every one of these.
No,
you would.
I will tell you. I'll tell you. Well, I'll tell you the first. I don't even think I had any games before Wednesday this week.
Oh, you got some Wednesday action, huh?
I don't think. I
Dirt
think
wants to flip the coin, man.
On which on Ball State and
Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
Everybody flip your coins, man. Ball State is heads, Buffalo is tails. So you flip your coin and bet however your coin decides. Let the fate be in the hand of your coin.
Damn, I did have I had Central Michigan at Toledo over 48.5 written down in my notes. It's up to 52. I didn't take it. Wish I would have taken that.
Who are we talking about? One more time.
Central Michigan.
When is that one? Oh, that's tonight.
Yeah.
You had what written down? The over
38, or it was it was 48 or 48.5, and it's up to 52 now. But I didn't take it, but I wish I did.
You probably still take it, bro.
I'm good.
I still got it in mind. I know you're scared of it now, but you probably could take it. Will says, Steps, I just went to Costco, got a new freezer, and filled a cart up of frozen chicken, beef, and bacon. Let's go.
Gotta get them spicy beef patties, man.
Bro, that man, he was already talking about it. He talked his wife into a freezer. She don't know a new trigger's coming.
The 14th, is that Thursday?
14th is Thursday, yes. East Carolina and Tulsa.
I was looking to over.
Yeah, probably all right there. 62. Yeah. So went out there. That Tennessee game, that under in the 60s went under last week.
That's right. I bet that. You told me to do that.
I did on that one. It still didn't go. I cannot hit a teaser, bro. I think I'm going to start.
You're supposed to be able to just please it. Do a pleaser. Try to reverse it reverse the curse.
I've been thinking. I was talking to Buku about this the other day, and I need to look at it this week. But you know how you can do alt lines on DraftKings here?
Yep.
I'm thinking about instead of doing teaser, because teaser, your odds are always going to be the same. 4-leg, 6-point teaser, you're getting plus 260. The majority of the plays, the book is always going to have it the same. Some books may vary a little bit here and there, but for the most part, like on a 4-leg teaser, 6-point, you're going to get plus 260. For a 6-legger, you're going to get like plus 600. I'm thinking about instead of doing it as a teaser, I think I'm just going to move those lines on alt lines.
Yeah.
So like what it would normally be, and just play it like a parlay.
That's what I used to do in NBA.
Do the odds vary that much? Are you getting better odds on it?
You get better odds. Because I used to look for money lines that were like, I don't know, minus 175, minus 180, and then I'd parlay it with a total, and I'd alt the total.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's what I've been thinking about, because I'm like, parlay odds, once you get up there to a 5-6-legger, man, the parlay odds start to jump up pretty significant because it's so hard to hit them.
Yeah. I was doing two teamers and my objective was try to get even money.
Okay.
So then, it was essentially kind of like a teaser, but NBA is weird. I think their teasers are like 4 points. I don't remember what it is.
That's what I'm thinking. But like I said, so normally let's just say like we had a team like right here. We've got Ohio would be -11. Like instead of just putting it all in a teaser and getting where I get Ohio -5, like I'm just going to go in here and click on Ohio on the alt line -5, and then put all those same legs into a parlay. And I'm pretty sure the odds will get better than +600 on a 6-legger.
You could check it, but the books are smart.
I know they're not dummies, but a lot of people don't think about it. I mean, I do this shit every day, and it just dawned on me for some reason the other day when I was talking to Book. I was like, why haven't I ever tried this? Because you see the parlay odds they really do jump up the more legs you put on it.
Yeah.
So, and they won't let you do like 6-leg teasers. The most that DraftKings let you do. So,
see what offshore sites like to do, and this drives me nuts. They'll have like a prop builder section where you can parlay multiple games, same games. Essentially, you can parlay the props. But then they'll have like just a section that lists individual player props. And those odds are always better. So, you could get, Cricket over 5.5 assists for +100. But if you go up into the prop builder, right? You're going over. Yep. If you go up to the prop builder, instead of getting even money, it's like -130 or -125. Like they kind of kill you because they don't want you to build up these big parlays.
They don't want to be smarter than them.
Right? Just
they
like
don't want that.
Freaking if it's +200, then it just give me the +200.
Yeah. Stingy mother.
Give my fucking hat. Damn, actually.
That's the way we feel about it, man. Give my hat, Book. Let's see. A 6-point. Okay, Will, here. He got an explanation for us. 6-point teaser in the NFL costs -285. So if you can get better than that on the alt lines, then take it. I do this with moneyline bets. When you tease them a team down to just win, if it's -250, I'll play just the money line. Yeah, and I'm not necessarily talking about like 2 and 3 leggers. I'm talking about when you get up there around 5 and 6 legger. I mean, I know it's hard to hit. You're not going to be putting much investment on these things, but I got a feeling that most 6 leggers are going to get better than +600.
They need like a Twitter account or an X account that is just all they do is dig for those like little discrepancies.
Why would we want to tell everybody about that?
I don't know.
No, I'm just kidding. That's what we do every day anyway, man. That's what we're looking for. We should start the Twitter page.
Arbitrage, is that what it's called?
Yeah. There's ways to do it, man. I mean, especially with all the but the books, where the books outrun is, they provide you so many damn options. You're gonna screw it up sooner or later.
There's so many bets out there. You're gonna find a book makes a mistake here and there. Now, what sucks is when they make a mistake and then they don't honor their bet.
Oh,
you've seen that?
That pisses me off. That gets me fired up. Like some of these books doing that. That's like when we found the damn gem on the 49ers. Over which honestly may have not been as gold as we thought it was going to be. What was it, like over 9.5? Maybe the odds were right, and they just damn screwed up. They thought they screwed up. We all tried to bet that damn thing, and they were like, "No, we're taking it back." Gave us everybody's money back. Will says hard to hit for some, not the teaser king. Me neither. That's why I'm thinking about trying to do something different, man. I'm thinking maybe if I change it around, maybe I'll be able to hit something.
The pleaser king.
But yeah, that's funny. I hadn't thought about that San Francisco bet since then. It was like over 9.5 was like +300, and they had the odds screwed up. And like now we're looking at it, and that division, whoever wins that division, totally gonna have like 10 wins, and it's no guarantee that it's San Francisco.
Yeah, their stupid field goal kicker, man.
Golly,
they should have covered.
You see them fighting on the sidelines and everything.
Yeah, they should have covered.
Debo fired up, pushing long snappers and everything, man.
Yep. Dude, make a kick. Like you don't have to. You have no contact.
It's your job. It's your job.
Like all you do is kick.
It's your job. You got one job.
Come on.
Like, I mean, I'm kind of with you, man. I'm just saying. I'm a professional kicker. You're gonna miss 3. They weren't long field goals either, bro.
Yeah.
Not all of them. Hey, well.
What do you think about the UCLA Washington under?
That's probably a good play. You look at a lot of those games, like we'd have to look at what these games have done in the past, but this year definitely UCLA games been turning under.
I just feel like they've gotten a little bit better.
I kind of like Washington. They have gotten better. They've won 3 in a row. Started out 1-5. They've won 3 in a row. Now back to 4-5. They're actually, if they can find a way to win a couple, I think they got 3 left or something. But I think they find a way to win a couple of those. They're going to be bowl eligible.
This one was 46.5, so it is trending towards money coming on the over.
I'd be careful there. I think I just like Washington in this one, man.
Yeah.
You know, Washington's bounced back well in those spots after they got walloped at Penn State on Saturday. They got walloped at Iowa a few weeks ago too, but they came back home after those spots and bounced back pretty good. So, I mean, I look at it, they came back home after Iowa and they got the win over USC there. Also got a win at home over Michigan by 10 there, and UCLA I don't think is any better than Michigan is. So I know they're playing pretty decent football right now, but they've also haven't played a daunting schedule. That was a good win over Iowa last week, but once again, an Iowa team that was playing backup quarterbacks and things. I'm rooting so hard for UCLA. If they win, then Huskies won't be bowl eligible. You can root all you want to, but I think Washington's winning and covering this one. So good luck to you, sir. What about Texas and Arkansas, man?
Kansas?
Arkansas. Arkansas.
Oh. I don't know, man. I've been watching Texas.
I gave some love. I was telling Wolf yesterday. Wolf, big Arkansas fan, lives it that way. And I was telling him, I was like, man, I gave your hogs some love as small dogs at home. He says I'm wrong. That wouldn't be the first time, sir. But I said, man, I gave your hogs some love. These first couple small dogs at home against LSU, against Ole Miss, they got just whipped in both those games. They were getting like less than a field goal, and they got beat by almost 4 touchdowns in both of them. Yeah. And so I'm like, now I want to take Texas, and this will be the game that Arkansas shows up because they're getting way too many points.
You should stay away from that.
Yeah, I think so too. Maybe just bet the over. Look at that damn Arkansas Ole Miss game. They scored like 100.
Just bet Ohio State. They should. That should be easy for them.
That line's gone down 1.5 points.
It was 30. What is it now?
That's what I'm saying. It's gone down 1.5 points. 28.5. I'm gonna take Colorado.
Oh, you jumping on the bandwagon now?
I've been on the bandwagon for a couple weeks now since my under 5.5 wins ticket died. Hell, I told you we done drawn up I got a bracket. I had Will put me a bracket on Canva this morning, and I got in here and filled it in some based off what we think some of the rankings are going to be. And I got my little scenario laid out for you here. We'll talk about it some here in just a few. But yeah, Colorado's got a pretty sweet path, bro. I think they're going to make the playoff.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, you've got so many teams bunched up there in the top 12 right now that won't be there.
Not only are they going to make the playoff, they're going to have a first-round bye, bro.
You think they're going to win the Big 12?
That's the only way they'll make the playoff.
True. Well, with 2 losses. Yeah, because then they would probably lose in the Big 12.
All they got to do is win their next 3 games, which they're going to be favored in pretty much like this, where they're minus 11, almost 2 touchdown favorites. They're going to be favored that probably the next 3 games. If they win all 3 of those, they're going to play BYU in the Big 12 championship. I think they're going to beat BYU.
Are you ready to say Shedeur Sanders is the number 1 pick?
He's going to be the number 1. I think anybody that doesn't take Travis Hunter is a damn fool. I know he's not going to go number 1 overall. I know he's going to fall some spots, but I think anybody that doesn't take Travis Hunter is a damn fool. Shedeur is probably going to be the number 1 overall pick, since that would be the first time ever that number 1 overall pick wasn't a bust.
I think he's good. I think he's worthy of it.
He is playing well. I'm just saying, I don't think the schedule's all that daunting. You got games against like Colorado State and Arizona's garbage. And I know you can only play the teams on your schedule and stuff like that. I'm just saying, let me see it. Now, if he runs through the playoff and if he leads Colorado to the national championship, he might be the second coming, man.
I'm talking
he'll have done
more
it with much less talent than all these other teams.
You just watch him, how he throws the ball, his accuracy, how he makes his reads, his footwork, his athleticism, his build, the way he carries himself, how he was raised.
He's a player.
Yeah. I mean, he is a can't miss number 1 pick.
Can't miss number 1 pick. Okay. Day is November 12th at the 34.
Snip it.
November 12th at the 34-minute mark of Pump the Brakes. We have steps stating that Shedeur Sanders is a can't miss number 1 pick.
Yep.
Guy's a football player. So, like I said, for now, I do think he is going to be able to do what it takes on the field to get. Because, like I said, they're going to be heavily favored next 3 weeks. And then I think the BYU team, eventually, BYU's had a lot of things bounce their way, kind of like Miami did. So eventually that usually catches up with you. And I think it's just a matter of time before it does with BYU. And if they lose one, it's probably going to be the Big 12 championship game. And that's going to be the one they can't lose, because I don't think their resume is going to be good enough to get in over some of these other teams. Just go strength of schedule.
They're like on they're like hooked up to a freaking, life monitor every week. It's like they're just hanging on by a thread.
They are. It feels like they are. There you go, Steps.
He's just trolling.
That's what we do around here, bro. We got to make sure. Trust me, y'all never let me forget anything that I screw up on. I got to get better. I got more time to do this than Will. I got to get better at clipping the shit that he's wrong at.
He needs to go back and find pre-draft. I'm like, if the Colts take Richardson, I'm gonna be so pissed. I'm gonna be so mad. That is not the pick I want. We do not need to pick him. He's gonna be a bust. Yada yada yada. A few moments later, we make the pick. I'm like, all right, Anthony Richardson. I got to get the jersey. Let's go. I mean, I had to embrace it.
Moments later.
But I was right. They're talking about he still has to hire. Oh, man, you don't.
I was thinking, man, it'd be. Oh, you talk about good luck finding any of those where you're wrong. Oh my god! Just like when you switch all our picks in the contest. Hey, did you see where he's already locked us in a pick for this week's contest? And
what is it?
Change it. He's making us all take the San Francisco 49ers minus 6.5 against the Seahawks.
No, I don't want that.
He told us it was non-negotiable. We all had to take that one.
I want the Steelers. I do know. I want that.
I feel bad. I took a couple gross ones this morning. I took the Raiders at the Dolphins.
Ew.
Isn't that disgusting? I might bet them on the money line, dude. Since the Dolphins are just world beaters all of a sudden.
The Raiders
are terrible. That's why it's gross, dude. Because the NFL makes 0 sense.
I don't trust you, Will.
It's a lock. Trust me, Steps. Yeah, I'm gonna bet Colorado this weekend though. Minus the 11, dude. Like I said, I think they're gonna wind up being the Big 12 champion when it's all said and done here.
Such a weird number. Why 11?
It was it's moved up. I want to say it was at 9.5. It's moved out to 11. When I saw it yesterday, I had to go back and look at the video when me and Wolf were doing it. I'm pretty sure I think it was at 9.5. What's up, Nevada? He said, have you bet on your favorite Heisman pick? If so, who? Let's see what those odds are, man. I haven't. I don't. It's kind of if I'm gonna bet on those. I usually I didn't get any in this year, man. I usually try to bet on those early in the season. Like I like to bet on those like September on some of these guys. I think are going to have a pretty stellar, but it's kind of wide. I mean, Travis Hunter. That's who I think it should be. I think it should. If goes to the best player in college football, then I think it should be Travis Hunter. Why do they have just this up here? Ron Williams, Alabama, to win the 2024 Heisman Trophy, and they have everybody else listed this way.
That is weird. I mean, he's not going to win it.
No, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why not just put him right beside Jeremiah Smith down here instead of having a whole separate category? That's weird.
Yeah.
There's Shadur, 40-1. He's not going to win it though. If anybody on that team wins, it's going to be. I think it should be Travis Hunter. I don't really know that I see any. I think he lost it on Saturday.
Gabriel's still up there. He was the favorite, wasn't he? At one point.
Who? Cam Ward?
No, Dylan Gabriel.
I don't know if he ever got to the favorite or not. He may have been. He may have been last week. I haven't checked these in a couple weeks.
I mean, Hunter should be the winner. I just don't find value betting at that number.
I think there might be some value on. I mean, there's no value bet on him anymore. You should have bet him when I told y'all to bet him at 18-1 weeks ago. Yeah. And I can go clip that where I told y'all to do that. My own dumbass didn't even do it. And then by the next time I checked it, it had plummeted because he had that game where he had like a touchdown catch and forced a fumble and everything. I was like, oh my God, cricket. But we can timestamp that one. But he was 18-1 about a month ago. We should have bet him then. Don't bet him now. There ain't no value there because there ain't no guarantee. He goes out and God forbid gets hurt this weekend or something. Then you just threw money out the window. But I think you probably got some value betting this guy.
Yeah. Or even though Gabriel's the number 2 on the board, I think there is value there.
Because I don't think they're going to let him win it based off strength of schedule.
And if Oregon runs the table and Gabriel has good games down the stretch, he's probably your winner.
Yeah, that's probably some value. You may put a quarter unit something on Jalen Milroe from Alabama just because I think he's having good games. And if something works out weird, I have to look at all the different ways these SEC, because like if Tennessee goes and God forbid, I don't want to talk about it, but if we lose in Athens this week, there's going to be like 7 teams in the SEC with 2 losses.
Yeah.
And I don't even know where we begin to sort that out for who plays in the SEC championship.
You also have to take into consideration who still has games left on their schedule where they can have those moments.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Milroe
true.
had one last week. He had that where he ran that 80-yard run or whatever.
Oh, yeah. He torched them last week, dude. He had 4 rushing touchdowns last week.
So
And then he's got, I mean, I know it's not like the Iron Bowl's not going to be what the Iron Bowl normally is. Like, but if you look at last year, it wasn't supposed to be that way either. And he literally had a Heisman moment in that game when he threw a touchdown pass with no time left or whatever. So if he does something else like that, just because like a Heisman moment doesn't necessarily have to be in a huge game. It just has to be a moment when your team's like dead to rights and you put them on your back and lead them to victory, and it keeps you alive in the playoff chase.
Yep.
So, I mean, he's going to have those opportunities too. I think at 18-1, once again, 18-1 right there. There's some good value. What'd you say? Nick's over on everything. Atlanta pass defense is atrocious. We're going to take Bo this week. Speaking of former
quarterbacks. They can't rush the passer either.
Let's see. Big McCormick says, anyone got an NBA bet for today? Only reason I ask, I got a no sweat with Kings for today, just for NBA.
I do.
We can look at it, sir. You got one?
I got 2 NBA plays I put in.
Let's lay them on me because I don't want to talk about this shit for very long.
One I'm not too confident in is the over in the Knicks-Phillies game.
Did you just say one that I'm not too confident in?
Yeah, because
we got to work on your salesmanship, bro.
That's why I'm putting the disclaimer. You know what? Fine. I'm against everybody in this one. Okay. I'm on an island. So
I love that.
Come be on the island with me. And then I also like the under in the Miami-Detroit. 214 is what I got it at. I'm not sure what it's at.
Now. It is at 214 now. What did you get the Knicks 76ers at? You like the over in the Knicks 76ers?
212.5.
Okay. It's still there. It's used to the over a little bit, minus 112. And the Heat Pistons, you like the under in that one?
Yeah. The only thing that concerns me a little bit about the Philly Knicks matchup is they might play hard. That might be like not a playoff atmosphere, but I think they're going to go hard at each other.
Yeah, they don't like each other.
So
is Embiid back?
They might play some defense. I think so.
Should be close, right?
Yeah, because they were resting him.
No, yeah, they arrested him for pushing that reporter. That's why he was resting.
No, before that they were load managing him.
They're always going to load, man. They got to. That man can't play 82 games. You kidding me? We've seen that over and over again. Let's go back over to college football and talk about something that matters. I hate the NBA. CU was in here this morning on the morning show, and he wanted to talk NBA, bro. You believe that?
Yeah. NBA will get its shine after football's over.
It won't ever get its shine from me.
What do you think about Navy's kind of been struggling?
I'm on Tulane.
I was thinking about the over there.
That's probably a good bet. They're probably going to score a gazillion in that one.
That's what I'm thinking. Just because Navy struggled the last couple of weeks since playing Notre Dame.
Yeah, they have not looked great. Oh, I love Tulane. It was 6.5 this morning or yesterday whenever I checked it. But no, I like Tulane. And Tulane's been playing good football, dude. Nobody's even talking about them for the damn Group of 5, 12 playoff spot. Group of 5, 12, whatever you want to call it. The number 12 seed for the Group of 5 team. And I like the way Tulane's playing right now. I think they've got 2 losses on the year, man. They lost Kansas State, they lost Oklahoma in close games.
Yeah.
So Oklahoma wound up backdoor covering. It was like minus 13, but they scored late. Like it was a touchdown game, and they had to sweat it, and they went down and scored. And then Kansas State, they were beating Kansas State. Kansas State got a late fumble, scoop, and score and ran it back. So I like Tulane.
I found a new team. So I'm going to.
You got a new team?
I got a new team.
How many teams you got now, man?
I jumped from team to team. But filibuster here for a second.
What you trying to think of who your team is? You done forgot them?
I was going to pull it up.
Okay, pull them up, man. Pull them up. Let's see who your new team is.
They're wearing alternate uniforms this week.
Oh, I love betting on a team in some clean unis.
But I got to find out where.
I will bet on teams. I have totally more than like 100 times bet on teams solely because of the uniforms. It's a system play for me with some teams.
Okay, I can't find the uniforms, but Marshall.
You love Marshall. This is your team.
Hey, no sweat last week.
I was going to say, I didn't even check that one. Did they cover?
Hell yeah, they covered.
Okay. Coastal Carolina's not very good either.
No, but the uniforms, as soon as I saw that tweet of their, I'm going to see if I can find it on Twitter. I was like, oh, they're winning this game. As soon as I saw those unis.
I mean, with you. I need to mark that because I totally won't remember that. But I'll bet that one with you. I like it. I like it. I like Tulane too. I need to remember these. Save. Then we got. I'm on Colorado. I'm gonna be on Colorado too. What do you think about Clemson, Pittsburgh?
Did Pittsburgh They lost SMU last week, or they had a game between then and now?
Who? Pittsburgh? They lost again on Saturday. That was one of my best bets last week. Brick. Well, the quarterback, I don't know if he wound up just getting benched or if he got hurt. I still ain't checked that.
You might need to check if they have a starting quarterback.
No, but yeah, that would be it. I'll tell you what, though, the way he played, he was 10 of 23 when he left the game the other day for like 100 and something yards. So he hadn't really, he was 121. So he hadn't done much anyway. So I don't know if it matters if he plays or not. And Nevada says, where's the loyalty steps? And did you guys like Texans battle red uniform? I like those helmets, man. I like those red helmets.
Yeah. Yeah, Marshall by a million.
I feel like the all red, though, is almost too much.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's a lot of red out there, man.
I got an ugly under that I think you might like, but it's in your no man land.
Uh-oh.
Oregon State Air Force.
Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, if you were going to bet anything in that game, bet the under.
It's 45.
It's gross. But, yeah, didn't Air Force set a high-scoring game last week with Fresno State? It was like 30. They won, actually. They beat Fresno State. I think they were nearly 2 touchdown dogs, and they beat Fresno State like 35-28.
Oh, goodness. Baylor, West Virginia. That over looks good.
I like Baylor in that one. I feel like West Virginia's done this a couple different times this year where they go on the road and play, like, win a game they're just not supposed to win. Like they're, more than a touchdown dog in spot. I think that's the way it was. They were almost a touchdown dog in Cincinnati last week and got the win. Did the same damn thing in Oklahoma State earlier in the year. Did the same thing in Arizona. And they always come back home the next week and just shit the bed.
You know how I feel about those 2.5 lines.
I know. That's why I kind of like it. I feel like they're trying to beg you into taking West Virginia because I'm always like, man, if they were supposed to get blown out, they'd be getting more than a field goal right here. So we're getting 2.5. And I feel like I've been bit by this a couple times on this same damn team earlier this year. I'm taking Baylor this time.
Yeah.
They're not getting me again.
If it stays at 2.5, I would go West Virginia, but that's just me.
Bet them. Get them.
Hey,
how you been running lately?
I like the over.
You like the over in that one, 59?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't think
how I've been running college football, pretty much even.
Yeah.
Yep. NFL is where I've been hot.
Peaks and valleys. Ooh, you want my gross pick of the week?
What is it?
Taking the granny effect, man.
Oh, goodness.
Taking San Jose State, the Spartans, home.
That's a big game for them.
I might even put the half unit on this money line, bro.
What is it? Plus 3 something?
390.
Oh, damn.
Plus 390. Almost 4-1 on your money for the granny effect right there.
Has Boise State, they've lost, but who they lost to? Do you know?
Lost only to Oregon, 37-34.
Gotcha.
At Oregon.
So they haven't had a matchup where they had to squeak out a win.
Yeah, they only won by a touchdown last week. They didn't really have to squeak it out. They were more in control, but it's still a close game. But they only beat, it was in Nevada they played last week.
Gotcha.
28-21. But yeah, they beat Will's Cougs. That's their only loss this year.
Is that what this headline is all about? I'm shocked. How can the committee leave them out of the college football playoffs?
You already know, bro. Y'all know who makes the titles. It ain't me. So, but we South Carolina, big favorites at home over Missouri. You get to see Eli Drinkowitz or whatever, the head coach of Missouri, kind of lobbying for his team, trying to tell everybody they still got a shot at the playoff.
He doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
South Carolina's a lot better than I thought they were.
He's got 2 losses this year. Missouri's got 2 losses this year. Final score was, what was it? 75, combined score 75-10.
It would have to be a miracle. Well, because which side of the SEC are they on?
There is no sides anymore.
Okay.
No. God, there's no miracles. God can't even save Missouri in this thing. They're done, bro. They're done. They got beat 41-10 by A&M. They got beat 34-0 by Alabama.
Yeah.
If they put Missouri in the playoff, I don't want to watch it.
Yeah. Ole Miss would be more deserving.
Everybody would be more deserving. Like I said, if they do put Missouri, he's just blowing smoke. He's doing what he's supposed to do. He's lobbying for his team. Good for him. But
dang, dude, the Tennessee, it went from 9.5 to 10.
It went from 8.5 to 10.
That should not make you feel good.
It doesn't make me feel. I don't feel good about it either way. But it also there's also the factors they don't know what's up with Nico. I think Nico's playing. I don't think
that has to be the only.
I don't think there's any doubt that Nico's playing. They said it was precautionary measures. I would be very surprised if he did not play. But once again, this Tennessee team has held their first 8 SEC opponents under 20 points. Not saying they're going to do that in this one, but it's hard to believe they're just going to let the floodgates open, The defense, all those guys are still going to be there whether Nico plays or not. So for me, it's hard, especially the struggles. I'll tell you right now, Tennessee's defense better than Ole Miss's defense. And
the funniest thing, and when I say this, it's going to sound crazy, the best Georgia has looked all year is when they came back against Alabama. Outside of that, they've kind of been lackluster and a little bit boring.
Well, they whipped Texas.
True.
Yeah, they whipped Texas.
Okay,
but
you got me there. You got me
hard.
there.
That's what
they're just not like that. I'm used to them being like the Alabama where no one can touch them.
I don't think you're going to see that anymore, man.
I think you're right.
I really don't think that. I think those days he played well last week, Nevada. Gaston Moore, he's a guy that came up from UCF with Heupel and all that stuff. So he's been in the system for a long time, knows how to do the system and that you just lean more on Dylan Sampson and the running game. Peyton Lewis, the young guy, came in last week. Bishop's already he's been hurt. He's down for a little bit, but Peyton Lewis, the freshman, came in last week and had some good minutes in there. So you just have to, God forbid Nico can't go, but if he can't go, Gaston Moore knows how to run the offense, and he's not going to be the caliber player that Nico is out there. But I think you just try to lean on the run game, then shorten it up and let your defense. People don't like hearing the truth. It is what it is. Tennessee defense is nasty. I agree, Crick. That's a real defense. That's what I'm saying. And you've seen now. I also told Wolf yesterday. I've had a lot of the same conversations with you that I had with Wolf yesterday. But I am terrified that Carson Beck has played so bad
that he's
for the
going to have
last 3 weeks. I'm afraid that guy is going to have the game of his freaking life.
Laws of average.
That's what I'm saying, dude. He's not just a bum. Now, granted, I think he's about to face the best defense he's faced of any of those defenses this week. So it would be surprising to see him just get it all together. But in my history,
here's something you don't like either. All the videos they showed of like Kirby in the locker room with him, pulling him up in front of the team, saying like, yeah, he made mistakes, but we won the game for him. Like you picked him up. So he's sticking with this guy. He's backing his guy. Oh, cricket.
I don't love it, man. You never love going to any one of these. Like every year, we're going to get Alabama at home, Georgia on the road, or Georgia at home, Alabama on the road. It's always going to be that way.
If your quarterback's playing, I don't see why you wouldn't sprinkle on the money line.
If you're going to bet Tennessee, you should probably bet the money line.
Yeah.
Plus 295. There's some value. I don't like betting Tennessee in these spots, but not just being a fan. Like I'm telling y'all, it's obviously we're the dogs in this game, but Tennessee has the best chance of any of the 10-point dogs this week of winning that game outright.
I need someone to tell me why it's 10. I was shocked.
Like I said, they don't always get these right. They don't always hit them, but I think it'll probably wind up coming back down some. I think you'll see some people get on Tennessee right there. I'm going to get on them at 10. I think because you're above that key number right there, even if it comes back down to the 9.5, you want to be on the 10.
They just must think Georgia's going to play with some.
Georgia hasn't lost back-to-back games, and that game the other day was the first time they'd lost to anybody but Alabama in however many years. So it was like they don't expect them to lose 2 in a row to SEC. All these things that haven't happened in the better part of a decade now or whatever since Kirby's been there. That's all that stuff's on the line this week. But this year in college football, if it's shown you anything, it's that all that historic shit don't matter.
I'm going to wait and see what happens here. I feel like if it stays at 10 or above, I would play the spread. If it drops below 10, I'm going money line.
I would definitely tease Tennessee right now.
Yes.
I like the under in that game.
Yeah.
I do. I like the under 48.
I think you're right there because Georgia historically, last year and this year gets off to slow starts with Tennessee's good defense. Big time matchup late in the season. Yeah, this one might have under written all over it.
Yeah, like I said, I think so. And if you like the under, I think you got to like Tennessee.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to see. You're looking at Tennessee had the offensive struggles first half. We didn't last week, but you can't really read much into that game with Mississippi State there. But he said, I'm about to blaze up for highlight tonight. Let's go, man. Let's go. B. McCory. I like that, bro. Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Enjoy that highlight, man. Just don't get yourself in no trouble, man. Don't be betting them live points. I feel like that gets you in trouble. Oregon goes to Wisconsin. I'm gonna take the Ducks again, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
They keep making these lines too short. I know last week I didn't take them last week. I thought that one was too high. Was it 24? You had no reason to beat the brakes off that team. They did exactly what I thought they would do. Stay up by 3 touchdowns pretty much the whole game.
Yeah, Wisconsin, the last game I watched them play against Iowa, they didn't look good. And Oregon's such a much better team than Iowa.
Like I said, they keep putting these lines right above 2 touchdowns where you're like, okay, Oregon's going to slip up. They're going to slip up. No, this ain't the spot they're going to slip up.
Exactly. It's
I
still
think
Wisconsin.
Gonna lose one.
I think they will too, but it won't be. I don't think it'll be a team like Wisconsin.
Well, I don't think Oregon's winning the Big Ten, man. They're going to rematch with the Buckeyes in Indianapolis. Yeah. I think the Buckeyes are winning it.
The Buckeyes should have won the first matchup.
I agree.
Stupid penalty at the end of the game.
I agree.
Knocked them out of field goal range.
I agree. Garbage. When's that? Refs screwing something up.
Shocker.
Beaver Cork says, I'm a degenerate. Got that right, Steppers. A degenerate. It's a winner. Some of that, Steps.
It's taco night at the Steps Casa.
Ooh. Steps de la Casa.
The scent, the notes of the tacos just crossed my nose.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I think Will's Coos got to be on upset alert this week, bro.
Who they playing? New Mexico? No.
Tell you what, bet the damn over in that one.
72.
Bet the over.
It's an auto bet right there.
You can alt it as high as it'll go, man. This is one of those, they might break a honey bun in this one, man.
Yeah. That's automatic bet right there.
Why is this line so low? -3.
Kansas pulled out a thriller last week. Same with BYU.
I told y'all to be careful on that Kansas-Iowa State game, though. That line was too low. When Kansas in there 2.5, and Kansas does have one of the best run offenses in the Big 12, and Iowa State had one of the worst run defenses, and they got exposed last week. BYU, though, now you got to travel up in elevation, up to Provo if you're Kansas, coming off the big win over Iowa State where you had to be pretty high. And this is not a great football team. They've been playing better last 3 or 4 weeks, but that has not been a great football team all year long. Very undisciplined football team. I feel like going up to a place like BYU had their scare last week. Yeah. They ain't got no reason not to be focused up this week, man. I like BYU.
It's -3.
That's what I'm saying. I don't see any way BYU don't win this game by at least a touchdown. I do. I like BYU in that thing. Like I said, I'm going to be on Oregon. It's Tennessee game, man. Like I said, we're going to have to watch that one.
Yep.
We're going to have to watch that line and see how it goes there. We do have the this one. I think I like Arizona State in this Kansas State game right here. I think that's too many points. They keep kind of books keep disrespecting that team too.
You know too much about Kansas State.
I like Kansas State. I do, but they still have kind of let me down. Excuse me, y'all. Let me down in a couple spots this year. And the Arizona State team, I've just watched them quietly put together a really good season in their first year in the Big 12. They got another comeback win last week. Where are they at? UCF, which is so weird. Arizona State and UCF is a Big 12 game.
I like Arizona State's coach.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I'm saying. I think 9.5 might be too many right there. That might be another one you could probably sprinkle on the money line. There you go. Arizona State, Tennessee, money line parlay. Booyah.
I like it.
Booyah.
I would say, what is the odds on that? But you got your bet slip full.
Yeah, I was going to say, I got that. I got to remember. I'll never remember all of this if I don't. I was trying to look see if there's anything. USC, Nebraska. Little, got some historic value, but they both suck. Sorry, Pissant. What about your Irish? I think you're Irish. I think we keep riding the Irish wave right now.
Yeah. I would anything less than 24 points this week I'd take.
I think so too. I think they're going to keep doing what they're doing because they know they need all them style points. They're going to get in, dude. They're getting in.
I hope.
I think they're getting in. I'm about to show you my bracket here in just a minute, man. The way I have it laid out right now, we'll walk our way through it, why it's set up this way, and we'll explain it to everybody. Because a lot of people don't realize that the top 4 seeds in the college football playoff rankings aren't necessarily going to be the top 4 seeds in the tournament. So we'll talk about all that in just a minute. But yeah, I think you take Notre Dame, anything under probably 4 touchdowns.
I do think that they would get routed in a playoff game against an actual good team. That Texas A&M is their best win this year.
Notre Dame's a good football team, dude. They got caught with their pants down in the Northern Illinois game. I know it's not a great team and all that stuff, but that may wind up being what saves your season.
Because wake up the echoes.
Yeah, I'm just saying, especially at that time, it looked so bad because nobody else had done. Alabama hadn't lost at Vandy, we hadn't lost at Arkansas. All these different things hadn't happened yet, and now you've got the Notre Dame's loss is kind of just shuffled down to the bottom of the pile at this point. This line, I thought this might be too many points for Boston College, but it keeps going up, man. It's already gone up to 17. SMU, another team that shouldn't have any look at, but they're going to be favored like that in the rest of their games too.
What are we checking X for?
Check X immediately, he says. What's going on X? Let's see what we got over here. For you, post from you.
Oh, pump the brakes. Have me locked in on the Vols. Oh my God, dude.
What's going on?
He threw $250 on Tennessee money line.
Let's go. Will did. Let's go. Yeah. I love it, bro. Hey, we love that, man. Don't be scared. Let's do it. I love that. Give us a little shout out and everything. I still think I like LSU this week too.
Here it is.
Let's go, bro. Let's go, big dog. That's a winner.
Oh, goodness.
We hope it is, man. We hope it is. The way my bracket's laid out here, and just that I'll show y'all, it is definitely got Tennessee. I got us winning this week, running the table out, but I got us losing to Texas in the SEC championship game.
Okay.
The way my bracket is set up right now. And that's obviously just from today. There's a lot of things that still a lot left to be done. I know we're getting to the end of this thing, but we still got 3 weeks left. There's a lot that can happen in those 3 weeks. So let's look at the rankings. College football playoff rankings do come out tonight. And I think 8:30. I think they're actually going to release those in between those 2 basketball games.
Yeah. We should see a little shakeup up at the top.
We should.
We get knocked off.
We should, man. We should see. I'm going to pull the AP poll up over here so we can look at that. Because last week it was very similar to the AP poll, pretty chalky from the committee in their first installment. But in the AP right now, we got Oregon. I don't think there's any question right now. Oregon's going to be number 1.
Even though Ohio State's better than them, but whatever.
Yeah, well, they played once on the field already, and Oregon's got the win. So that's all that matters.
At home.
This point, they're going to get a chance to play again, I believe. I believe Ohio State is going to beat Indiana in that matchup next weekend on the 23rd up in Columbus. And I think Ohio State and Oregon are going to wind up meeting. But I also think that the Big Ten gets 4 teams into this playoff, man.
If Indiana knocks out Ohio State,
I think you're gonna like some of my matchups, man. And maybe I was throwing some like historic significance and stuff into the way I had my matchups work out. But it's also a lot of what I believe is going to happen in the next few weeks. And I was looking at some of the matchups. I was like, bro, this is going to be so much fun every year.
Yeah.
It provides some great football, dude. Great football. But tonight, I think you're going to have Oregon at 1. Texas, Ohio State didn't do anything to drop, in my opinion.
Do you know what I love about it, Cricket? I just thought about this. I love it that it's not just a focus on the championship games.
Oh, yeah.
To get into the playoff. You've got other meaningful games. Like the playoffs kind of start last week. You know what I'm saying? Like
if anything, a lot of people talked about it was devaluing the regular season. If anything, it may have devalued the conference championship games because you got teams like Penn State and Indiana, who I believe are both going to miss their conference championship game, but are both probably going to make the playoff and be right there in a spot to host a game. And that'd be a way better spot, having a week off, and then you get to host a home playoff game versus having to go play another top 5 team or top 10 team in a conference championship game and bang all your guys up and all that stuff.
I wish they would. Round 2 was also a home game.
I don't know. I kind of like the way they start getting to the neutral site. Home field advantage in college football. I like it for the first round because there should be some kind of advantage there. But when you get to the second round, you've already had your advantage because you got a bye week.
Yeah.
You shouldn't get a double advantage, a bye week, than a home game.
True.
And neutral site's the ultimate equalizer, man. A lot of these stadiums are, there are a major home field advantage. Place like Neyland, I'd love for them to get 2 home games, man. Get 2 of those in Neyland. So
maybe the number 1 team and the number 2 team get 2 home games. I don't know.
Well, they don't even have to play. Most of those
they get a bye.
Top 4 seeds don't even get a home game. They're going to go straight to, because they have to do it that way too for all the bowl games to make sure they get all the New Year's 6 bowls and all those contracts fulfilled, so they still get their big games and their money and all that. So they got to do that too, and you can't play those games at home stadiums. I think tonight you're probably going to have Oregon there at 1, Ohio State at 2, Georgia was at 3, but that should be probably Texas now. I think you probably do see Penn State at 4. I don't think the committee puts Indiana at 5.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think that they probably flip-flop Tennessee and Indiana. just based off the overall body of work.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, even though with Tennessee having the loss there, the overall strength of schedule versus Indiana's strength of schedule, and that is one thing that the committee does take a lot into consideration there. And I think they'll probably flip flop. I think they'll probably put Tennessee at 6.
I think you're right. 5 and 6 are going to flop because if you look at the trend, they're the only two teams that Indiana's going up 1 and.
I think they'll put Tennessee at 5. Indiana at maybe they might put Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame's going to jump BYU. Well, they were ahead of them last week in the CFP rank. This is the AP, but I think Notre Dame's probably at 6. Indiana at 7. BYU at 8. Maybe even Alabama at 8. BYU staying at 9. BYU didn't do anything to move up.
Yeah.
And they were at 9 last week. Now you got all this jumbling down here with they're probably going to leave Miami in the top 12, but I still don't necessarily believe in them. I think SMU's winning the ACC.
Do you know what's also crazy is Georgia's number 11, and the 2 teams they lost to are right in front of them.
Yep. And I mean, really, I know they came back on Alabama, but you got whipped for 3 quarters in that thing, and Ole Miss had their way with you.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. It's a mess there for sure. But I think Georgia winds up on the outside looking in tonight. I think they do, and when it's all said and done, too.
Well, if Alabama loses,
let's remember Georgia's going to play that Georgia Tech team too.
So if Tennessee loses, then you've got Tennessee with 2 losses, Alabama with 2 losses.
You would have seven SEC. If Tennessee loses, you have 7 SEC teams with 2 losses. So it'll be a log jam at the top, bro. A log jam up there. But I'll pull this up. This is how I got my bracket looking right now, man. And remember the top 4 seeds are not necessarily the top 4 seeds in the rankings. They are the top 4 highest rated conference champions. And the way I think this will shake out, I think that Ohio State and Oregon will meet in the Big Ten championship game. And I think Ohio State wins that one, which would, I think, I'm doing this hypothetically as if let's just say Tennessee wins out. Let's say Tennessee wins this weekend, wins UTEP, and then beats Vandy. And Tennessee's in there 11-1. Goes to the SEC championship game, but we lose to Texas. So I think Texas, with Oregon losing, Texas would take over the number 1 seed as the SEC champion, and only 1 loss, yada, yada, yada. Ohio State, as a Big Ten champion, would be number 2, in my opinion. I think SMU is going to wind up winning the ACC. I really don't think it matters who they wind up playing in that thing. I think they'll beat Miami the way they're playing football right now. I think they can both score, and I think Miami's defense is trash.
I agree.
So I like SMU to win, and with them being ranked ahead of Colorado right now, I would have them getting the 3 seed there. And then I think Colorado is going to win the next 3 games, play BYU in the Big 12 championship game. I think Colorado's going to win that thing too.
It's bold.
So
no pun intended. Boulder, Colorado.
No pun intended. But look at these first round matchups. It checks out. So I think if Tennessee winds up sitting there at 11-2, and let's say it's a close loss to Texas in the SEC championship game, Oregon's going to be the first if they fall from 1, they lose a close game to Ohio State. If they get blown out, they're probably going to drop them all that far. And so they'll probably be the highest rated non-champion there. So they'll get the 5 seed. I think Boise State, I don't really see Boise State climbing up above some of these teams. They're really going to, even if they blew the doors off, they're going to be 2 touchdown favorites in every game the rest of the way. So it doesn't make that resume look any better. So I think they're
matchups would be fun too, by the way.
They would be really fun, bro. But you got Boise State and the rematch with Oregon there, where they only lost by 3 earlier in the year. It'll be in Eugene again. So that'd be a fun one to see again. This is the one I would be excited
about. The Battle of Indiana.
And you could flip-flop that either way, because that's a big deal. Whoever's the 8 seed is going to get the home game. I just think if the committee came down to it, I think they would give Notre Dame that game in South Bend because they would rather see Notre Dame win, so you get Notre Dame-Texas matchup. Notre Dame-Texas is a lot more intriguing than Indiana and Texas.
Yeah.
So I think they would rank Notre Dame at 8 and give them the home game and try to give them any advantage they could right there. But that would be an awesome game to see.
Yep.
Then you got Ole Miss going to Lane Kiffin, going back to Tennessee. The last time that happened, we were throwing golf balls out of the stadium and everything because we got jobbed at the end of that. But our damn fans up there acting a fool, throwing water bottles and mustard bottles and golf balls and everything else. But anytime Lane Kiffin's got to go back to Knoxville, that's an exciting matchup, bro.
Yeah.
And then you got the historic matchup with Alabama and Penn State down there at the bottom.
That'd be a fun one too.
That's what I'm saying, man. And then you look there, obviously the winner of Boise State and Oregon would go on to play Colorado. And these games in the quarterfinals would be at neutral sites. They would be the New Year's Six Bowls, the Cottons and the Oranges and Fiestas and all of those things. So, but what do you think, man? What would you do?
Let's stop playing right now. We have the bracket.
There it is, bro. Why we got to play the rest of the game? We don't even play this weekend.
I like
sign
this.
it up.
I like this bracket.
Yeah. So this is fun. We'll probably do this every week, man. I got this up here now. Every week we'll kind of change this based off of what we see happen. This could be vastly different next week and all that stuff. So, but it's gonna be interesting coming down the stretch here, man. We got a lot that could happen, and some big games on the horizon. Some big ones this weekend. We'd love to see Boise upset, Indy knock off Notre Dame, Penn State take out Bama. Obviously got my orange. That's right, McCormick. I love that, bro. No, I would. It's just fun to do this stuff, man. We never had even before. You had 4 teams, and there was only so many possibilities. You pretty much there's like 6 to 7 teams in the country that really had a shot.
Do you know what we just didn't even talk about? Last teams in.
The last team's in. Okay, well, let's talk
No. I'm saying that was the talk of the 4-team playoff. It was left out.
Right, exactly. Who was going to be able to bitch? Who was the
you and I just talked about it for 15 minutes, and that didn't even come up.
Yeah.
So the narrative's changed there.
Yeah, but I can promise you this: with the numbers being added to the amount of teams that make the playoffs, there will also be numbers added to the amount of teams that bitch that they didn't make the playoffs.
I do think the SEC will be interesting, depending on how everything plays out and how many teams have 2 losses versus 3 losses and who they've lost to and all that round robin stuff. I think you're going to see that going forward just because the conferences are a little bit bigger now.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at that bracket, like right there, I've got 4 SEC teams. It's not like I loaded it down with SEC teams or Big Ten teams. You got 4 Big Ten teams, 4 SEC teams. You got 1 independent, 1 group of 5, 1 ACC, and 1 Big 12.
There you go.
I feel like with kind of if you just look at the body of work for the SEC and the Big Ten, they probably deserve the majority of the teams in the field.
I agree.
The ACC only deserves 1. Whoever wins the damn thing, that's only because we got to give them 1.
Mm-hmm.
And the Big 12 right now, I mean, it's just kind of been that's been a scuffle all year long. It's fun football to watch. I don't have a problem with one of those teams getting in. The ACC, I wish we didn't even have to give them 1, unless it's SMU.
Or Notre Dame should just factor into their at-large spot.
Yeah, they do in basketball.
Right. Well, it's because they play for the conference championship in basketball.
I already know, man. I've been listening to you bitch for weeks. He said, "Young just chalk me up as someone's going to bitch." All I'm saying is, man, you got to schedule somebody.
Yep.
You know, Washington State and Oregon State play twice next year.
How did that happen?
To fill the schedule.
Are you serious?
They're trying to get these, they're bringing teams into the new Pac-12 and all this stuff. And they play on like November, the first weekend of November, the last weekend of November next year.
I don't hate that.
I said this year they should have to play 11 times.
Yeah. Just nobody. Yeah. All conference games versus each other.
Yeah. 11 times, and their 12th game would be the Apple Cup and the Civil War.
That'd be awesome.
Oregon State could play Oregon, Washington State could play Washington, and they play Oregon State and Washington State every other week of the season. And whoever wins the majority is the Pac-2 champion.
How did no one think of that?
I did. I said that as soon as all these teams jumped ship last year. That's what I was screaming for. And then I thought it was funny. They did actually schedule them for twice in the same season.
You almost got your wish.
Almost, man. We got anything else you want to talk about, man?
Nope. We got a lot of plays tonight, all across the board. A little bit of action, little dabbles in all the sports. So should be a fun night.
Run them down for the folks. Tell them what you're on this evening, where they can find you, and all that stuff, man.
Oh goodness. All right. What I'm on tonight? We're on 2 hockey plays. We're on Ottawa money line. We're on New Jersey money line. I took Kansas over Michigan State. I also took Duke over Kentucky. NBA, I took the under in Miami, Detroit. I took the over in New York Knicks, Philly. I also took 2 spreads. I took Toronto plus 8.5 at Milwaukee. And this matchup tonight, this should be a good one at 10 o'clock. We've got Clay coming back to Golden State. Dallas and Golden State. I took Golden State minus 2.5. And you can find me on heavy underscore steps on X and Action for all of my plays.
Booyah. Yep. This evening I'm on the Devils and the Senators money line, full units on both of those. And I'm going to go the half unit on the Senators and Devils alt puck lines as well. That's all I'm going to be on this evening, man. I ain't messing with this college football. If I had a lean, remember, y'all, Ball State is heads, Buffalo is tails. Flip your coin. Bet whoever your coin predicts, man. It's a winner. That's all I'm on this evening, man. I don't have anything in the NBA because it's not worth watching.
Gotcha.
For you highlight bettors over there, man, if you want to, you can go take right now. I like Jairo and Urbieta to defeat Douglas and Manny 2-1 at plus 280. You got about 30 minutes before that match gets rolling and highlight over there. So that's all I'm on this evening, man. I'll have Cricket's picks out for y'all tomorrow at some point. You can find me on X at Cricket1414. Cricket is spelled with 2 T's. And you can find me over at sportspicks.logos.com where we got the great Robert Barnes making the official picks. He'll be back up on his feet here in the next couple of days. Been dealing with some of those back issues and everything, but he's feeling a lot better, and we'll be back up on his feet soon. So y'all be on the lookout for all of that. But we'll be back with y'all bright and early in the morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 4:30 a.m. Pacific for your Sports Morning Espresso Shot. You and your beautiful family stay safe out there. Good luck in all of your wagers this evening. And until next time, good luck.
Good gambling.
And game on.